We'll be looking at how to append queries in this video. Appending queries is used stacking two or more tables into a single table or a list of information that is more than one into a big list. Remember data consolidation that we did in Microsoft Excel? It's the same thing we'll be doing here, but this time around, we're not going to be summarizing the data, but combining all data together vertically. Let's check this out together.
Alright, so I want to append these two tables together. We have employee details for quarter 1 and employee details for quarter 2. So let's just select to check both boxes. Then let's load them into Power Query to transform them and to join them together. So appending is you stacking your tables on top of each other. You're not joining them based on columns now. You're adding them together vertically now. So I have for the first quarter, employee details for quarter, we have from 1 to 4. We have, let me remove this. I don't want to see the profile and column distribution. So we have the employee ID, name, department, salary, and joining date. We also have for employee details too. We have the employee ID, employee name, department, salary, and joining date. So we have some rules when it comes to appending your data. Number one is that your both tables must be of the same column structure. It must have the same number of columns. So if you have 5 columns here in your one of the tables, the second tables or the other table must also be 5. So the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and also 5 columns here. So it must have the same number of, the same data structure, the same data type. If the first column here is employee ID and it contains numerical data, the one for the next table must also be the same thing, containing the same numerical data. Same thing for the employee name, department, salary, and the date, the joining date. Both tables must have the same column structure, that is the same number of columns, must contain the same data type. Now forget about the headers, the header type. The header type is not a problem as long as the data in both columns are the same thing. The header does not matter. The header does not have any impact. We just have the same data type and the same number of columns. So I want to append this employee details for first quarter to the second quarter. For me to do that, I'll select the one for first quarter. Then here, go to in your home tab, you'd say inside the combined group, you see the command append queries, just as we did merge queries. So click on this drop down button and you get to see 2 options. Do you want to append queries or append queries as new? If you're clicking append queries, it means that you join this employee details Q2 straight into employee details Q1. I'm not going to merge them together like that. I would work with appending queries as new. So I'll click on that. Then you should have your append query dialog box appear. So concatenate rows from 2 tables into a single table. Currently we have just 2 tables we want to join together. If you have more than 2, you just click on 3 or more, but we just have 2. This employee details Q1, and we want to select our second table, employee details Q2. Then I'll hit OK. Append. So can you see from Q1 we have from John Doe to Lisa White, which is on row 4. Then for Q2 we have from Mike Green to Mark Black. If you look at the appended data, you see that it has joined all the details for the employees in the first quarter with those in the second quarter together, merged by stacking the data in every of the columns for each table together. Can you see how simple it is to append your data together? Now the reason I append it like this is because we have all the details information in a single workbook. So what if you have this data in a folder that contains a workbook containing employee details for quarter 1 and employee details for quarter 2. So let's check that out. Let's say I want to import a new data, but now it's from a folder. So new source, I'll come here and I'll select folder. So here I have a folder that contains data. Let's look at what the folder contains. So this is the folder, and here in the folder we also have employee details 1 and employee details 2. So let's go back to Power Query, and I'll select this folder, then open. I'm trying to load this folder into. So we have this. You can see the data is showing the contents, is binary, the name of those workbooks or those sheets, the extension, the date that it was accessed, the date was modified, the date it was created, giving you all the records, all the things you need to know about the data, the folder path and all. So for me to do this, I want to combine the data, those workbooks together. So we have combine and transform data, we have transform data. Since I want to combine them and transform them, I'll just hit combine. So when I click on combine, this is an advanced way of combining your data. It would help me combine all the data together without me trying to append it myself. So here, the first under combine files, it's showing you a sample file. These are all the data that are in the folder. So it's just showing you a sample file. You can preview how one of the data looks like, one of the table looks like. So just hit OK. So let's see what happens. Okay, waiting for this to load. So here we go. We have some data here. These are the ones we did. So you can see we have here. It has appended the data together, combined the data together. You can see source name, then the employee ID from 1 to 8, just the way we did this one ourselves, the same result. So here, for the append data, you can see the employee name, the department, the salary, the joining date. So this is how you combine data in a single folders together with the help of Power Query. So easy and so simple. So all I have to do now is just right click on this and remove this particular column because I don't need it. Right click and I make sure my data types are correct, of which they are correct. So just change this to currency. This is on date. All perfect. Good. This is how you append your queries or tables in Microsoft Excel using Power Query. Alright, do well to practice as usual. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.